I'm the Revd Archie Coates. I'm the vicar at St Peter's, Brighton, and the priest in charge at St Cuthman's in Whitehalk in Brighton. And I've got with me Richard Merrick, who is due to be ordained deacon this year, and delighted that he's going to be serving his title post here at St Cuthman's. Rich, just say a little bit about your own journey to this point.
Yeah, it's been sort of 6 years in the making, nearly 7 years now. I first started to consider the ridiculous idea of becoming a priest, what I perceived to be a ridiculous idea, when we first started the partnership with St Cuthman's from St Peter's, and I was involved in the early stages of that. And it was just a few people sort of mentioning it and questioning me, and then it just grew inside, and potentially the same as a lot of people, and we try and ignore it and hope it goes away, and it didn't. And it grew and grew and grew, and eventually I've got to this stage.
We are in extraordinary, I think it's everybody's favourite word, isn't it? Unprecedented times. But one of the things that you've been involved with as an ordinand at St Cuthman's is the food bank. Now, obviously, the food bank was happening before the coronavirus crisis, but it's grown and it's hugely expanded. Can you just say a little bit about how that's been working in this season?
We had to reinvent completely how we do things. And what we always prided ourselves on at the food bank at St Cuthman's was it wasn't just an opportunity to meet a need of food, but it was actually to get alongside people and to pray with people and to journey with them and look at other ways of helping other than just food. And obviously we wanted people then to be to ask questions and to be intrigued about, well, why are we doing this? Or who's this Jesus thing, and what's all that about? And the big challenge was when we first went into COVID-19 was those conversations initially stopped, and we were just going back to that awful kind of picture maybe people have of food banks of just queuing up to get food and then off you go. And we felt really a sense of grief that we'd lost our chance to talk to people and meet people, and we had to really reinvent that. And actually we found we've got an amazing opportunity to do it because we're on the phone every day taking orders in advance, and we try and get them the same person calling the same client, and those conversations can happen. They're not the same, but they're still happening. And actually we found in some people actually prefer the anonymity of being on the telephone, and they open up more and they ask more questions, and we've been praying for people, and we've managed to engage the wider church community into the work of the food bank that maybe in the past it was more of just a niche team. So it's been challenging, but there's also been some real amazing opportunities. And I think that's how I'm viewing church as a whole at the moment, is challenging, but it's going to give us the opportunity to stop and to look and question how we do things.
Rich, you're doing your curacy in the unique setting of a council estate, Whitehalk. You live there with your family, and you're right at the heart of that community. What do you mentioned that word challenge? What do you think the challenges will be for somewhere like Whitehalk, and maybe for you doing a curacy there in the next 12 months?
We saw an immediate challenge in the community when almost week one, when COVID-19 lockdown started. A lot of our community, a lot of our parishioners, people who were previously volunteering with the food bank or who were giving us food, immediately their 0 hours contracts dried up, and so people who we were serving immediately came across and became guests of the food bank. And so that has been a challenge, and I think as the furlough schemes start to wear off, there'll be another wave of challenges for our community financially. I also, what worries me, and I see this in my own life, is that for some people it's too easy to revert back to our boxes. We live in our little boxes or big boxes, and then the isolation, the physical isolation, I think it's wholly unbiblical, and it's wholly against the traditions of the church of how to do life. And so that's a worry. The challenge, the opportunity off the back of that challenge is I think people are actually realizing, well, Sky TV isn't all that. It's not actually hitting that need. And some of the idols we've built up over the years to rely on, and I'm I'm as guilty as that as any, are actually the false idols. And so there's a real opportunity there.
Yeah, I think that's so interesting. Rich, we're thrilled that you're doing your curacy with us at St Cuthman's, and we're really going to be praying for you and the family in this transition. And thank you